only thing that avoiding doing math will do is like not let you grow. That is not accurate. That was from last time. Ah, stop it. All right. Ah! Okay. A, guys, let's all agree. The page that we're going to look at today, hole punches on the left. I did this on purpose. Even though it's technically 1-2 compared to 1-1, we're on the 6-1-2 side. Everybody look at your 6-1-2 side. If you don't have this paper, you didn't pick it up from the back. So we're going to build 612A on your mat, on your table. Okay, so go ahead and grab tiles. Now, I'm going to come around and take like purples and greens away from you because I feel like they're making things overly complicated. So like purples and greens. I'll come take purples and greens because you just have too many tiles in your bins. I will come get purples and greens. Who what? You're building 612A, and then together we're going to work to simplify it. Okay, so you're building 612A. You're building 612A. Yeah, the X's are the blue rectangles. Right, the X's are a blue rectangle. I don't think we're using the blue squares today, but I will be putting some of your extra tiles. Remember, red is negative. And empty tiles are negative. So the empties will be red when we pull out of our tile set. Nice. Maybe you manifested that when you searching it.
This one is too strong.
Alright, I'll keep coming around and getting your extra tiles. But right now we need to make sure we built this. So if you haven't started building, let's do this together. Alright, so for mat A, I'm going to scooch that to the corner so then we can see. Mat A, I'm going to make mine look like theirs to make life a little easier. So where they have their negatives, I'm putting my negatives. Where they have their negatives, I'm putting my negatives. Where they have their positives, I'm putting my positives.
Yeah, the sound on this one is really strong. I think it's more frequently used.
Positives. I think I'm good, but double check my, like, if you made yours look like their mat, I think yours should look like mine.
Yep.
So, Max, guys, and listen to how I ask this. I want Max to tell me one thing I can do on one side. So not like give me all the steps, because we want to make sure we're involving a lot of us in practicing this. Because there's no such thing as being good at math. We're all just practicing to get better. So Max, give me one thing I can do on one side. Make a 0 with a -1 and a 1. And guys, grab your homework paper. We are going to write that on our homework paper of like where it says what are the legal moves we're allowed to do on our expression mat. 0 pairs cancel out. So guys, I'm going to be looking for this to be written on your homework paper because it's your reminder of what you can do. Right there. 0 pairs cancel out. And if you want to make the reminder of positive, negative on same side, right? You might want to make that reminder of positive, negative on same side. So I'm going to make that reminder. Positive, negative on same side. Sweet. So I'm going to do what Max just said. Cancel out that positive, negative 0 pair. Shane, give me another one thing I can do on one side. All of them? So this positive, negative pair. Gotta add some cool sound effects. Isa, give me one thing I can do on one side.
Which side?
You tell me.
Oh,
What side can I do something on?
you can.
Can we tell what colors these are? I can't tell if my lamp is helping.
I can tell. I can tell that the black.
So like these are blues, these are reds. Blue, red.
Why do you have two red ones up there?
Because those were my
Are there only supposed to be one? No.
1, 2.
Oh, I accidentally put another blue.
Ah.
You could do the two little red ones.
So guys, if you want, like a couple of you have now said, you could label the sides of your mat A and B, kind of like what CPM has on a lot of these problems. So yeah, Isa said cancel out these 2 0 pairs. Sweet. We're cleaning this up. Like when, your parents tell you to clean up your bedroom. We're getting those socks off the floor.
My room's really small.
William, give me one more thing we can do on one side. William not here today?
I think of it.
No, William. Sammy.
Yeah.
One thing I can do on one side.
On B, you can get rid of the blue tile and the red tile.
Opposites pair up. Make a 0. They're gone. Emily, one thing I can do on one side.
It's actually both sides now.
Crap. So wait, I'm done with my one thing on one side, one thing on the other. I'm done with that now because there's no 0 pairs left. So now what are we allowed to do, Emily?
Just take away 2x from A and 2x from B.
I don't have 2x.
Yeah, you do.
Negative x's. So we're at the point in the year where I get really annoying about positives and negatives. So on our homework paper, what we're going to write so we have that reminder is we can do the same anything. Guys, literally multiply. You could do it to both sides. Divide, you could do it to both sides. Add, as long as you do it to both sides. Subtract, as long as you do it to both sides. You can do the same anything on both sides. Same anything as long as we do it to both sides. Guys, I'm not joking. If you wanted to add a z to both sides right now, you could. If you wanted to, I know this feels dumb, but if you wanted to add a y squared to both, you could. You can do anything you want.
Why is that?
Oh, never mind.
Were you realizing like, oh, that will just not make things easier? Sometimes putting stuff like at this point, we're trying to get rid of things. Can I do anything else?
No.
So Lucy, when I go to figure out which side is bigger, which side will be bigger here? A, because, well, this side is just 0. Any questions on what we did for 612A?
Are negatives bigger than 0?
So like we could have, like I know I'm using this page a little bit differently than them. We'll write expressions here in like a couple problems. Right now I just want to make sure what we're doing makes sense.
Is negative bigger than 0?
No. I mean, 0. You'd rather have 0 money than owe somebody money, right? Well, it's directly between the positives and negatives. But so guys, this next one, yeah, it's closer than negatives. This next one, hey, check it out, because I got people singing and doing whatever else. This is beneath, and there's kind of like, it's hard to see that there's a split between them. So I'm trying to cover something up. So if you want to draw like a little line between, what we have is 2 parentheses, x plus 3 minus 4, and 3x plus negative 1 minus x plus 4. Guys, you should draw a little line to separate those because it's hard to see. Do I need to individually invite some people? Because it seems like I need to. I can start calling names. We can check if you've done what I asked. This is where if you decide to be lazy, you're going to miss a big chunk of learning. If you decide to actually engage, this should make sense. I did not mean to emphasize Gage's name. I just mean you got to engage with the math. You got to practice it.
I thought you were calling out Gage for a second.
No. So guys, Mat A, the left side, and you have space down here where we're going to write this stuff, but I'm not trying to use another piece, like another paper. So I'm going to write it up here. This is telling us we have 2 sets of x plus 3. So what we're going to make on our paper is actually 2 sets of the x plus 3, which, okay, let's go ahead and make that. This is B. This is problem. So if I zoom out, guys, this is problem B, right on our handout. This is part B. So we're going to make 2 sets, x plus 3. Just work with me, please. Like, don't try to work ahead. We've got learning to learn. X plus 3. So 2 sets of x plus 3 actually ended up giving me what? 2x and 6. So those 2 sets of x plus 3 really gave us 2x and 6. Wait, and then minus 4? Negative 4. So guys, here's what I would advise showing on your paper. Guys, we've done this before. This is distribution. The arrows, chapter 4, progressing to mastery, that some of us still need to master. 2 multiplies by x and 2 multiplies by 3. We get 2x plus 6. What's better than minus 4? Saying negative 4. Plus negative 4. So on our mat, we already have the 2x and the 6. I still need my negative 4. So let's make sure we put negative 4 over here. So on the right side, on mat B, what do we start with putting on our mat? 3x. I can tell who's not being lazy. Easy when I look up. Are you actively doing something? What's next? A negative 1. This minus x. So really a negative x. And then 4. Guys, so we on the left side had 2 sets of x plus 3 and a negative 4. On the right side, we got 3 x's, a negative x, negative 5. Any questions on how we got here? All right, you got to give me some feedback. Is the color better here, like for what you can see on the screen, or better if I shove it up here? Or is it the same? Okay, I'm trying to figure out how my lamp is best used up here. I might just need to buy another strip of LED lights. But either way, I'm going to zoom this out a tiny bit so we can see the whole mat. All right, so this is B, right? This is problem B. Bianca, tell me one thing I can do on one side.
On A, you can take away 3 negative x and 3 positive.
Wait, x's or 1s? So I can start to move things around to make my life easier. And Bianca said, all right, 3 of these, 'cause I got plenty. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. Don't let the door hit you. Oh, we could do a 4th one. It's all good. Good thing we got partners to help us remember what else we can do. So then, gauge one thing I can do on one side. Ooh, take an x and a negative x. Bye-bye. Huh, Mason?
You can get 1 negative x and 1 positive x.
Ooh, careful. These are just 1s, although maybe you did your 1s while Gage was doing his x's. But yeah, so what's funny is I saw your hand go up and your card was already the next one. So that works out sometimes. Xavier, can I do any more 1 things on one side? I'm at the both sides point now, so can you talk me through the both sides? Just 2, or you mean 2 x's? Oh, ooh, both. So you can get rid of the 2 1s, same thing on both sides. We can get rid of the 2 x's, same thing on both sides. Which side is bigger? Big B. That'll come back when we do geometry, and big B is actually the base area. But it also sounds like a rapper name, so I just kind of make it a thing about like Big B. Yeah, Big B. No? Okay. I feel the judgment. There's a whole lot of... Do C. Try C on your own, on your paper. You've got it on your paper. You shouldn't need to be looking up at my screen.
Is the gray positive or negative?
Grays are positive. So, hey, if you want to make a reminder like I did on my paper, shaded in is positive, empty is negative. Right? I made that little reminder. What'd you do in math class today? We pushed around blocks. Well, what makes the difference between a block and a tile?
One's 3D and one's 2D. No.
I mean, can't you argue that this is 3D?
It is.
All right, this is an argument we don't need to have.
Well, I'm right because
I
you
need
can't
to stop.
prove I'm wrong.
Hey, what do you get? What do you get when you put together 5 tow trucks? A foot truck. Get it? Because 5 tow trucks. Explaining it makes it better. Guys, I'm not here for your entertainment. I'm here for my entertainment. Well,
He's teaching us how to make bad dad jokes and how to make people laugh so that they don't think you're awkward.
But he is awkward.
How to make dad jokes enough so that people laugh when you tell them.
It's a fake laugh. It was so funny that I forgot. If people
don't worry, I'll remind you.
If people do laugh, it's always fake.
All right, so I think we're set up. Tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, you guys are like really quick to tell me that my jokes aren't good, but like, am I set up correctly?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I set up correctly. That's why.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Yes.
Yeah, he is.
No. Yes, you are. No, you need another negative.
Let's where, right? Let's like push things around to check. I got 3 negatives over here.
I just did the wrong side. Are you serious right now, bro?
Oh, so wait, I wasn't. Man, maybe if you weren't throwing so much shade at my jokes, we.
Are you serious right now?
Grace, give me one thing I can do to one side.
For B, you can take 2 positives and 2 negative ones.
Ones. So the ones, 2 positives, 2 negatives. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Mila, give me one more thing I can do on one side. On the A side. The ones. Yeah, so again, 2 positives, 2 negatives. Bye-bye. Liam, one thing I can do on one side?
On the A side, you can take one of the negative X and X away.
Okay. Well, I think Liam was sticking to the 1 thing, but yeah, we can do that 3 times over, right?
Okay. I was thinking to do that, but I think I just...
Yeah, so get out of here again, get out of here again. So now we're pretty cleaned up on the left-hand side. Caleb, is there anything else I can do on the right-hand side? X and negative X, because opposites make 0. Wait a minute.
Take them all away.
Oh, we can't. Like, we can take them all away.
They are equal.
And they are equal.
Yes, they are.
Good work. Try D. I got a bunch of people flexing on me that they're so good at this now. Try D.
You are, in fact, the biggest bird.
I am You're the smallest bird. I'm actually the smallest bird.
Excuse me. I'm a snuffleupagus. Thank you very much. Okay, wait. This is out of like me being sarcastic and stuff. Do you seriously know Big Bird and you don't know Snuffleupagus?
No.
I know Big Bird. I'm the biggest bird.
and so is Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, I've seen them.
They just know that because of a song. They go, I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. That's how you
Okay, is Sesame Street still a thing kids watch? Not like
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
thank you, Xavier.
Nah, bro, Fraggle Rock is where it's lit.
Fraggle Rock.
I think about 3 a.m. I think
All right, we should refocus.
Yo Gabba Gabba. Yo Gabba
Did not exist when I was a kid.
Gabba Gabba was the stuff.
Nah, bro, Fraggle Rock with the singing dog. Best part of my day. I'd wake up at 3 a.m. and I'd be like,
Hey, I fear that as I look up, some of us are just arguing and not also doing the math. We can argue which favorite show, whatever, as long as we're doing the math. Wait, hey, hold up. It's hard to count. How many positives are on the right side? 7. Okay, let's make sure we all have 7 positives.
hold on. Which is bigger, 1 or X?
Thank you, Emily. Although I'm not answering that question right now. I'm shuffling and we're going to solve this. Nope, or she's going to save it till we're ready to. It's because Emily was practicing their skills and trying to push, can I do this? And already got to that like curious question. All right, we shuffled. So even if you've already been called today, you might get called again. Bianca, one thing I can do on one side.
You can take away like 4 ones.
Yeah, because 2 positives and 2 negatives, right? So positive, negative, bye-bye. Caleb, another thing I can do on both sides. Or on one, crap. I have no negatives left, so I think now I'm on both sides. So Caleb, take away an X from both sides. And also 1, he says. It's all good. We can pick them up at the end of class. Emily, what was your question?
Which is bigger, X or 1?
Guys, look up there. If you are trying, hey, I have some teaching to teach you. If you are trying to compare, this X isn't actually here, but if you're trying to do this and say X is more than 3, guys, stop. Remember, X is not actually as big as it looks. We don't know how big X is. X could be really small. X could be really big. This tile, the only problem with these tiles is this should actually be made out of rubber that we could stretch it, stretch Armstrong. But funny thing about that is after a couple years, I guarantee I'd have no more tiles left because they'd either get broken or get real dirty. So that's why we have to use these hard plastic tiles. But this is not 3.5. No, we don't know what it is. So if we don't know what it is, Max, which side do you think is bigger?
I believe the left side is bigger because I like X.
What would X, give me an example of X that makes the left side bigger.
That and also it could be 4
That and, so if you didn't, if each of these was 2,000, yes, this, what, okay, let's change the question then. What would make them equal? If each X is 2, right? What's an example of an X that would make this side actually? I can't even get the question out. Before. Okay, maybe. You go.
Is it just not equal? You just put an equal sign with a cross through it to signify that they're
So since we don't know what X is, we're stuck. Please don't eat. Yeah, please don't even joke about eating algebra tiles. Okay, but it scares me when I think that's what we're joking about. We don't know which side is bigger. Okay, we literally, but where this idea is going is what if I tell you the left side is equal to the right side. So guys, we're actually slightly ahead of the other class, which is great for us. And I forgot to pass out papers to them. So actually, to keep us in the same spot, I might just give you Do you want me to keep teaching you and have you guys?
Yes.
So work on your homework. I would start with these problems with your neighbor. And remember, hey, remember, you can't physically move these tiles around, so we're going to mark it. We're going to like group them and cross them out, or group them and show them leaving. Practice this with your neighbor.
Or we could just make it on the board and do it.
Yeah, I'm going to come around and keep getting more of those.